Ecco il video dei settings, salvo. Mi raccomando, controllali pure tu. E questa è la partita nostra. Amore, sono qua in sala.
Allora, piccolini, un bacio alla mamma. Forse, mamma, vieni qua, dalla la mamma. Vieni qua. Io mi reggo con la testa e questo. Allora.
Anita, fai giocare anche Amanda.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to
Dai,
speak of.
daglielo la domanda, papà, se no urla. Eccolo, guarda, papà, te l'ha dato. Daglielo tu con le tue mani, se no lei non lo capisce.
Scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Dai che te lo fa giocare Anita, vai, te lo dà. Anita, se ti chiede una cosa dagliela per favore. No, ma gliel'hai tirata quando lei te la chiede, adesso va bene così.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check, 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 check. Deuce, 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 deuce. So we're going to 53. 26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one.
Amore.
Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and back on their heels.
Ha chiamato papà.
Out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. He's coming. Kill. We got double up. SOS. Here we go, go to 54, Why? Check 15, 26.
Prescott from the gun. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere.
Amore, non ti posso dare retta adesso, mi hai tormentato la giornata. Ad Amanda. Che sta facendo Amanda?
He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, kill. Watch out. Kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Ready? 30 base. 54 miles. Let's go, D. Check 52. Recon, 152 fighter. Let's go.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 7
Amore.
yards on the pick up there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going.
Amanda,
Obviously,
dov'è?
we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
I got you. Chase them, Travis.
Amore.
2nd and 3. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Big gap.
He'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang out on that, don't
I cartoni vuoi?
Catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Anita, gli vai a accendere I cartoni?
Trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was
Sì, ora te li mette.
right on the spot.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Vai.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a
Adesso te li
1st
mette
and
Alma,
10.
vai.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Elliott. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 31, Prescott, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Check right 54. Right 54. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Snap.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to the fullback, Ham.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Matchbox lights.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Papà, non ti poggiare con la testa,
The run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are
C'è la cosa, se no non ti si puliscono I capelli.
Team that's pretty good against the run. What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First down, 49ers. Ready? 60 or. X3. 218. Chop. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Protein spill.
This is Mostert. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Lo so, papà. Immaginavo. Anita, non t'appoggiare, eh? Brava.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Addirittura.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Switch. He's crashing. He's going to 54. Going to 54. Why? 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Complete to Dorsett. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hatchet. Going to 54. Why? 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26, 25, check 25, check 25. He's checking. Crash. 26.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, kill. 47. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 4. We're going to 53. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ce n'hai tanti?
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of
Pure
them.
Ciccioni, so.
Especially if it's a good receiver.
Bene.
That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And able to find Dorsett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Check. We're going to 54. Why? Switch it. Come on, switch it. Joker.
Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
57, 57's mine. It's our time. Go to 54, go to 54.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular
Anita, è passato il quarto d'ora,
This is fielded at the goal line. And some room to work. The 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check, 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 check.
We're going to 53.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
What do you think?
Check, nickel.
What do you think?
Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
What do you think?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check 13. Check.
We're going to 54. Go to 54. Why ain't?
49. Check 49. Check 49. Check 24. Check 24.
What do you think?
First down, Prescott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Check.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Showing that. Showing that.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in.
Hey, check 24. Check
26. 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tavecchio pulls it to the right. No good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well.
Sì, a voglia, amore. Pure mezz'ora.
This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A carry for Foreman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
We own this. General West.
Now Mostert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Set up. 30 base.
54 Mike. Here we go, here we go. Watch twist. Watch
80 weapons.
Here's Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Bravo.
55, line 55. Hey, eat. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Defense.
They'll drop the throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. 6-6. Bullet high.
Big stuff, let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
You draw Porker.
Line 54. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 30. Ready.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good sustained
Non lo so, amore,
drive there.
era qui.
Capping it off
Vedi
with
qua
a
sopra,
touchdown to
lì
give
c'è
them a
una
nice
Barbie,
two-score
lì
advantage.
ce n'è
It was actually
un'altra.
a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield,
vabbè,
very
su.
sharp too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 50. Check 50. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
Say. Check it.
Go to 54. Line in. Check. Watch the safety creep. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Being chased. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gold able to tack on
Alma, non ti appoggiare con la testa, eh. No, te lo dico così per ricordartelo. Però è quello che fa passare meglio i pidocchietti.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
È un pochino sì.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch the edge. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Prescott on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on first down, Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check, check. Check safety, check safety. Watch out, watch out.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet, get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Again at 13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check 50, pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Out. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard
Sei
line.
stata brava, papà.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Go to 54, go to 54. Wide in. Under crunch. Check. Crunch. 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 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Bang, 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 bang. Check. There we go, kill. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Rush in. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Shift. Watch the shift. 36.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 18-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down,
60 outlaw. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They go play action here on first down. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check.
2nd and 14. It fights him off. Now he'll escape to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, pick it up, defense. That's
61. Matchbox light.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Ma perché?
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. No. Off. Check 43.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Slam. Ship.
We're going to 54. Why?
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Go now. 70, Indy. 54, 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And shoving his way inside the 35. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the 49ers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll be on